time. Let's log off, Becky, and get out of here.
Hey, I got 8 hits on that last batch of Help Wanted ads. And I was right in the middle of chatting with Stuart, the clown from Pittsburgh who thinks we're gonna get married.
Did he get that check you sent him last week to help with the wedding expenses?
Yeah. Just give it a few days, let the money show up in his account, and bam, I'll get him to send it right back to me. You know, I'll make up some emergency expense that suddenly came up that I have to cover. Fool won't know what hit him.
What did you tell this one?
Oh, this one, I told him that I am putting myself through nursing school, modeling underwear for catalogs.
That one's almost too easy. The guy probably had never had a real date in his life.
Yeah, but he's still gonna wonder why I bailed on him in the chat.
You know the rules. Never stay wired for more than 30 minutes. I've already sniffed another open network near the motel. We can log on there later and finish up.
Okay, but I still want to call him. I don't want him to start getting suspicious or something before I put him up for the green.
But use the prepaid phone and keep it short. I don't want him to have anything to connect back to us.
Chill, Abs. I know the drill.
Well, don't screw up. I'm like Paris, baby. Orange ain't my color.
So, who are you supposed to be today, niece?
I'm a 63-year-old woman named Brenda. Recently retired from school teaching, and I've settled in New Mexico.
Yeah? I can see that. You already got a divorce and a cat. That could totally be you in about 30 years.
That's cute, Lang. I wonder what that says about you, though. You play better females than I do.
Well, she got a point, Howie. Remember that mope from Nigeria last month? I think he was in love with you. Any leads on our work-at-home scams out west?
Yeah, there's several new job listings on one of the resume websites this morning. It's usual pitch. Wanted international company seeks payment processor. These guys claim they're from Ireland, and they need someone to process payments to avoid paying customs fees.
You thinking it's our coffee shop bandits? Dum, dum, dum.
Fits their MO.
The coffee shop bandits. That's what we've been calling them for weeks now. We've tracked them to a series of coffee shops, hotels, laundromats, and other locations in the Southwest. They use public Wi-Fi hotspots to connect to the internet wirelessly. Their scams cover a whole range of internet fraud with one common link. They all depend on counterfeit checks and money orders. The payment processing ClerkCon is one of their favorites. They target people who want or need to work from home, retirees, single moms with kids, even people with disabilities. Once the person accepts the job as a payment processor, they're asked to open a checking account for the overseas business. In a few days, a series of checks arrive from their customers. The new employee is told to deposit these checks, and once they've cleared, to wire 90% of the money to their employer. The clerk is told they can keep 10% of the payments as their salary. When they check their available balance, the money is there. But actually, it can take weeks for a check to clear or be discovered as counterfeit.
But the ATM said that the funds were available.
Yes, it did. At the time it was there, but after 5 business days,
If the person withdraws money during this period, then they become responsible for covering the bank's loss.
But I've spent some of the money.
We've seen victims lose tens of thousands of dollars on this type of scam.
This job posting is nearly identical to the one we saw last week.
Hey, if it's working, why change? There are thousands of new people who look at these help wanted postings every day.
Where'd you tell them you lived?
Truth or consequences?
Priceless. Okay, so what else we got on these guys, Derek?
Well, first of all, they're not guys. Remember that last trace that we were in? An inspector went to the scene, ran into a dead end. They got the room with a stolen credit card, fake names on the registration, but he spotted an ATM across the street, and we managed to get these photos.
But these photos, they don't give us a whole lot to go on.
You underestimate me.
Oh.
Another phone was used in 3 of the bandits' locations. And this phone, it's not a prepaid cell phone. It's registered to a Becky Myers of Key Largo, Florida. NCIC says she's got a list of arrests for all kinds of petty stuff. Everything from shoplifting to bad checks.
Okay, I'm impressed. Any idea who her friend is, Sherlock?
Hey, man, I had to leave something for you guys to do, right?
You're not calling one of the punks on that phone, are you?
No, dope. I'm calling Mikey. I need to get some refills on those checks.
Your boyfriend gives me the creeps.
Whatever. You don't like any of my men. Besides, he's better than anybody we know with Photoshop. Look how legit these things look.
I told you to stop flashing those. You're gonna blow this whole deal.
I wouldn't blow the whole deal. There wouldn't be a deal if it wasn't for me. This sweet ride? My deal.
Hardly. You and your boyfriend would still be passing bad checks for beer money at the Piggly Wiggly if it wasn't for me.
Still, you gotta admit, Mikey's got good hands. And mad skills on that printer.
So what you turned up on Becky Myers?
Yeah, I'll check you a little later.
Thanks.
According to a parole officer, her printer's a local loser named Michael Friedman. They've been an item since high school. He spends most of his time playing those multiplayer games online, printing counterfeit checks, just a way for him to keep the lights on.
So who's playing Thelma to her Louise?
Our best bet's another high school friend, Abby Seals. She was a computer science major at FSU until she dropped out last year. Miami cops busted her on a DUI a few months back, Becky Myers in the car. Almost violated her parole, but the judge cut her a break.
So this Abby Seals may have helped take their bad check racket high tech?
Looks like it. Trouble is, her PO says she's skipped. Hasn't checked in 3 months.
That fits the timeline to our scams. We still can't actually connect them to any of the frauds or any of the victims' wire transfers.
Which brings us back to Brenda from Truth or Consequences.
All right, do it.
I'm on it.
Oh, damn it! Stupid freaking woman! God.
What is it?
It's that woman from New Mexico, the teacher. Now she can't figure out how to send a simple wire transfer. You know, she deposited those checks like 2 weeks ago. She doesn't send the money soon. The bank's gonna tip her off, and the whole thing is gonna fall apart. How can one woman be so dense?
Did she email you?
No, we're chatting on IM. Oh, wait, get this. She didn't trust the guy at the wire service. Good God! Stupid broad took the money out in cash.
What? How much?
90%, almost $30,000.
You're kidding. Now what?
Well, she wants to meet in person so she can deliver it.
Doesn't she think the company is located in Ireland?
Yes, but remember, she thinks we have an office in Fort Worth.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no way in hell do we ever meet anyone in person. That's the rule, remember?
Yes.
And we have to think of something else.
Are you kidding me? Stupid hack could barely open the account. She's never gonna brainstorm a wire transfer. And besides, the bank is gonna call her any day now and tip her off. The money's gonna walk.
Then it walks. We never meet anyone in person. Time.
What? Whoa, no! I mean, what am I gonna tell her? Come on, it's 30 grand.
Tell her you'll call her later. Now log off, Becky, I mean it.
Oh, she just logged off. She said she was gonna call me on the phone.
You think they bought it?
I don't know. They've been playing it really safe. They might not be willing to risk a meeting in person.
We better hope that they're getting greedy. They keep using these web-based email services, open networks, limiting their access time. We're never going to be able to connect them to any of these work-at-home scams.
UC phone?
Hold on.
Caller ID says unknown. It's her.
Yeah, trace that call.
Hello?
Hi there, Brenda.
Oh, hello, dear.
Hey, listen, I was thinking that you really shouldn't come all the way to Fort Worth, especially carrying all that cash on you. We're concerned about our liability because our insurance wouldn't cover it if anything happened to you.
Oh, I just don't trust those wire services, dear. My father tried to wire money to my Uncle Benjamin once when he was having twin girls. And he tried to wire it to Tulsa, Oklahoma. But it went to another Benjamin in Kansas City. They didn't even have the same last name. Kansas City is nowhere near Tulsa.
Oh, yeah, no, I know where Tulsa is, Brenda. Hey, listen, my partner and I, we're going to be in your area. We're going to be looking at some land that we're considering. Why don't you at least let us meet you halfway there? Just to save you some trouble.
Oh, it's no problem, dear, to drive to Fort Worth. I have a half-sister in Irving, and I've been dying to see her miniatures collection.
No, Brenda, really, I insist. Listen, Friday, let's meet we're gonna be at, you know what? Why don't we meet at Alamogordo? Do you know where Alamogordo is?
Oh, certainly, dear. Everyone knows where Alamogordo is. That's where they tested the first atomic bombs in the 1940s. It was part of the Manhattan Project. And it's a funny name, actually, as it was here in New Mexico and nowhere near New York.
Wow, that was really fascinating, Brenda. Well, listen, okay, Friday it is. I'll call you on your cell phone when we get there, like right around lunchtime. Of course, I'll bring you a receipt. All right, well, listen, Friday it is. I gotta go, Brenda, okay? All right, bye-bye. Harmless. We'll meet her in the middle of nowhere, in and out, 10 minutes, we're done. Less if I can get her to shut up for 5 seconds. Cake.
I still don't like it. What if she's a cop?
I swear, you must think I'm mental. Listen, I'll go in there and I'll talk to her. You wait out in the car. If something smells funny, we'll walk. Can't tie us to the phone calls or the checks.
Thank you.
Did you get it?
Yep. It's the same signature as the phone used to call the other victims.
I'd like to see their lawyer explain that one.
We're still going to need them to show up for the transfer in order to pick them up. I mean, by the time they do this trace, they could be 100 miles from here.
It's no problem. Pick them up on Friday.
Aren't you kind of forgetting something?
What?
They're expecting a 63-year-old named Brenda.
Look sharp, everyone. Possible suspect vehicle, white Ford Mustang, late model. We couldn't make the tags off the ATM photo.
Location 2, clear.
Niece, they called you again?
No, it's been 45 minutes. She said they were running late. They'll be here.
Female suspect approaching on the east side of the street. No sign of a partner.
Bingo. Becky, dear.
Brenda, I wasn't sure that was you. Oh, sorry, we're running late. It took a little longer to tour the property.
Oh, that's fine, dear. I've just been sitting here enjoying my tea and reading up on the history of this wonderful little town. Did you know that Robert Oppenheimer was almost convicted of being a traitor and a spy? Can you imagine?
You look a lot younger than I expected.
Oh, you're sweet, dear.
Okay. Thelma's getting nervous. I don't think she's buying niece's makeup. Find Louise, fast.
Hey, I got her. She's parked just down from the war wagon. White Mustang in that alley.
I'm on the line. Watch my back. Everyone else cover niece. Wait for my signal.
I have the money right here. I put it in this bag. I didn't want to attract attention, you know. It's under my needlepoint.
No, that's okay, Granny. You keep it. You're under arrest! No!
crap! I didn't even touch that money!
Freeze! Clear the door, folks. Please clear the door. Thank you. Listen, everybody, thanks for your help. I need everybody outside. There's nothing else to see here. Thank you very much.
Get up. Howie, it's all yours.
Have a nice day.
Did you have any trouble with her friend?
Nah. She's already trying to pin the entire scam on Becky and her boyfriend.
Yeah, she didn't take the bait. She's got several of the phony checks in her purse.
Well, we're still going through the car, but so far, we got lots of fake checks, prepaid cell phones, and your little friend Derek's gonna have a field day with the laptops. Oh yeah, we got a whole lot of love letters from Mikey the printer. Can't wait to send the Miami team in there.
Did you recover any of the victims' monies?
Not a whole lot. About $8 grand on them. A whole lot of neat toys and swag from a shopping spree or two.
Yeah, well, at least they're off the street.
Yeah, this time they're all looking at 10 to 20 for mail fraud. You know, I gotta tell you, you look ridiculous. I told you weren't gonna pass for 63. What's the matter with you?
Thanks to some solid police work and the efforts of the Technical Services Division, these two high-tech crooks are behind bars. Unfortunately, there are hundreds more of them out there, operating these scams from around the world. Remember, on the internet, these crooks can pretend to be anyone that they want. Often they construct elaborate fronts to make them seem legitimate. Fake websites, phony pictures, even references that can vouch for them. We refer to this as the anonymity of the internet. But don't be fooled. There are very few legitimate jobs that allow you to work from your home, and none that involve processing checks or money orders. To avoid falling into these traps, remember these important tips. Number 1, never accept a check or money order for payment for any items if the check is greater than the amount owed to you. These so-called overpayment scams seem like a ticket to easy money, but usually leave the victim with an overdrawn account and empty pockets. Number 2, just because your ATM or bank statement says funds available doesn't mean that the check is actually cleared. By law, banks must make funds available to you in a few days. After that, you can access the funds, but the check may not clear for weeks. Until the check does clear, you're legally responsible for the deposit as well as any funds that you withdraw. Number 3, many lottery or sweepstakes frauds involve counterfeit checks. You receive a check for a portion of your winnings and are told to deposit it. You're then instructed to use a portion of these monies to pay for taxes or fees, with the promise of even bigger winnings to come. Don't buy it. It may seem like easy money, but it'll cost you big in the end. And lastly, don't forget your good common sense. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. There are no get-rich-quick schemes, and you can be sure that no one needs your help to transfer millions of dollars into or out of their country. Cops call these types of scams 419 fraud. They've been around for years, only now they've been updated for the information age. Play it safe and log off on these fake check scams. For more information on how to avoid counterfeit check fraud, visit our website at www.fakechecks.org.